Alright, guys. Took a loss today. Um, this loss, it's not a bad loss. A valid trade, in my opinion. My, not issue, but last 2 weeks, inversions really haven't been working out too well in terms of the way in which price is delivering. It's been very, I don't want to say sloppy, but very weird how price has been delivering recently. So then we're going a little 2 week break, hiatus. Because I think it is something that is needed, just to kind of reset a little bit before getting back into it. And really and truly, only the first week in August was a good week. Aside from that, the rest of August has been pretty trash, which has kind of historically been the case. September tends to be a pretty good month, so I'll be back for September for sure. But yeah, that's kind of how it's looking right now. So let's go through the thought process in terms of what I traded, why I took the trade, blah 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 blah. So looking at price, right? Where are we? Price is in a downtrend, yes. However, what I see here is that from yesterday afternoon through to this morning, we consolidated. Right? We consolidated a lot. So, in my opinion, there needs to be some form of liquidity taken before we can go either higher or lower. So, where is the liquidity? Well, we have two areas. One is these equal lows, but those got swept out early, 8 o'clock. Those got swept out. So then, looking at the hour, this is the only other spot, which is this wick low. It's clearer on the 15-minute. All right. Boom. So what do we have? We have these equals in here. You can see 8 o'clock, sorry. We pushed through already. Coming into the day, where is the liquidity that would need to be taken for us to go higher or to go lower? Coming in at 9:30, which is here, we should take some form of sell side before going higher. Form of sell side is this low. We took it, and then we have two areas to target from a buy side perspective, which is London high and this target one, which is a sweep at 7 o'clock on the dots. It's a little clearer on the 5-minute, right? So we have this sweep at 7, then we go lower. So, excuse me. So that was my target number one. So let's get into the nitty gritty, right? So nitty gritty is 9:30, right? We have this massive push down. I was kind of hoping this would keep pushing and then just take this out one time, and then I'd be able to get in long. But it's never that easy. So what happened? Price pushed down, we pushed back up. We ended up taking internal liquidity. So from that point, I'm like, all right, cool. We're probably going to bearish down to that low at a minimum, which is exactly what happened, right? Came in, displaced through that low, and from that displacement, I had a thought in my mind. I was like, ooh, this is looking good. However, I was also like, yo, this, what's this called? This inverse is massive. This is a massive inverse, so I really want to take this. But I ended up taking it nonetheless, as you can see. Took it pretty much here, which was a pretty good entry considering. And my stop is, I put my stop below this candle. Why? Because this should be a protected low because we tapped into the FEG going higher. So that should be a protected low. So I took it. And pretty much next candle I was out. What we see happen next is price push lower again. We sweep the low that swept the low all the way over here, the 15-minute low from Wednesday. So, yeah, that happened. And then from there, we pretty much ran all the way up. There was technically this trade in here, but after taking this one, I was very unsure of what's going on. Very, very unsure. Um, so this would have been a pretty good trade. Not would have been. Would have been a fantastic trade. If I took it all the way up here, 5R, or this would have been a 4R. Fantastic trade, right? So yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking, or how price, developed today. So my bias for most of the days has been correct. Obviously Monday not, because Monday I was way out of it. My bias has been correct in terms of where I'm expecting price to go during the session or during the hour, 2 hours that I'm at the chart. But not even necessarily execution, but the way in which price is developing in my areas to get trades, it's just not working out. And that might just be because it's August, or the Trump and what he's doing. So I'm just gonna take a break until September, re-energize a little bit, and get back to it. Yeah, these this is pretty much 3 losses in a row, which is pretty much believe it or not, in my back testing. I usually do get 3 losses in a row between the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of the month. Don't know why. That's just how it goes, and we're at the 21st. So it's multiple times in my back testing that's happened. So I just think it's in my best interest just to lay low for a week, 2 weeks, and get back to it in September. Yeah, that's the best option for me right now. So yeah, but I think the trade idea was good. The trade setup was decent. I don't really like taking them when they're this big, because obviously my stop needs to be bigger. In theory, my stop should have been down here, but I would have been in a loss anyways. So I understand there are ways in which I can refine it. And this was the refinement. And as you can see, it's still a loss, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, pretty much on to the next at this point, which would be in 2-3 weeks.